Ollie, Saturday a disappointment really against Forest Green Rovers, but yet you had so many clear-cut chances in the second half.
Yeah, obviously we didn't start the game very well, and after like the first 10-15 minutes you could see they were on top of the game and they sort of nicked a goal. And then as obviously the game developed, we started creating a few chances, but we were just unfortunate not to put them away really. And obviously it's something we keep working on and keep talking about, that we need to be more ruthless in front of goal, and I think hopefully it'll one day come through and we'll go on to put them away and comfortably win a game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you keep creating those chances, some team's going to suffer for it, really.
Yeah, obviously you need to keep creating and keep playing that way, and it's obviously working. We just need to be a bit more clinical, and one day I think we'll slot them away and we'll come out comfortable.
That first half performance, they seemed to really be right at you, and you couldn't seem to settle into any sort of rhythm at all.
Yeah, I think it seemed like they were more up for it at the start, and they were obviously on top of us a bit more, and they were winning tackles, and obviously it gives them a bit more confidence when they're right up for it and they get at you, and I think we let them do that really. We didn't shut them down and we didn't get on top of them quickly enough, and that's one of them things I suppose that you've got to learn from.
So when that happens in the first half, at half time, I guess the manager has his say. Do you as players have a chance to?
Yeah, obviously we go in and we all voice our frustrations or whatever we all want to say, and then once we've settled down a bit, the gaffer sort of has his say and builds us back up for the second half. He just sort of said, look, we got to like keep going, keep pushing. There's goal for us here, and obviously we had the chances, we just didn't manage to put them away.
So at the end of the game, there's no blame presumably attached to those people, because you're as a group and you have to.
Yeah, obviously, like the lads that have missed the chances know that they're good chances, but you can't. It's not the right way to sort of have a go, dig them out and say you've got to be scoring those chances. So.
But I mean, really, it was the end of a really good run, and probably the best run you've experienced as a first team player.
Yeah, obviously when I came into the first team at end of the season, I've always just had a few games here and there, and I've never really had like a run of wins like that, just one or two on the bounce really, and it's obviously a good feeling, and it's obviously not set us back miles, but we know if we want to keep pushing this season, we need to keep putting runs together like that, and obviously the more you win, the better you feel, and the confidence grows within the group then.
Yeah, that seems to be, consistency seems to be the key, doesn't it? Barnet are going away at the top a little bit, but behind them there's a whole group of teams vying for a position.
Obviously Barnet have set the pace and they've done really well, and then there's I think 5 or 6 teams sort of in and around there that are putting little runs together or doing well, and then obviously slipping up a little bit, but I think you've got to be in the top 5-6 for the majority of the season, and you've obviously got to keep pushing away, plugging away at it, and that's where we are at the minute, and obviously if we can keep putting runs together, it'll be good for us in the long run. It's
been a hectic start to the season, hasn't it? You've been Saturday, Tuesday most weeks, and now you didn't have a midweek one last week and the same again this week. Is that I guess you need a rest, do you?
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of games coming thick and fast now, and we're going to a cup game this weekend, obviously away from the league, so that sort of changes the mentality a little bit. You can sort of focus on that and not the league, but yeah, I think you could see that some of us started obviously a bit sloppy the other day, and I think maybe all the games are sort of caught up with a few people now, and I think as the games have shortened out a little bit now, it's going to be better for us.
You mentioned the cup there. Dorchester, obviously, they're hoping to claim a big scalp, aren't they? It's a big game for them.
Yeah, obviously we're away, and we're going to probably take a lot of fans down there, and I think they'll be right up for it, regardless of where they are and what league they're in. They're going to be right up for it and right at us. And obviously we've got to go there with a professional attitude and play hard, and obviously we obviously got to give them credit because they're this far in the competition, and we've got to play well and obviously try and do our best to win.
The aim has to be to get through to the first round properly.
Yeah, obviously it's a qualifying round, not something that we've had to do before, but it's obviously where we are, and we need to go there and obviously play well, and hopefully we'll get through then.
Fans will have a big part to play, I guess. We're taking over half the ground, so it could be a couple of thousand Rovers fans there.
Yeah, obviously the fans have been magnificent so far this season. They've probably been like a home crowd at most grounds we've gone to. They're loud and they're all around the ground, and it obviously gives you a good buzz when the fans are there singing and shouting you on, so we hopefully do it for them.
How about yourself? Are you pleased with your form so far this season? Do you think there's more to come?
Yeah, I think there's definitely more to come. I think I started a bit slow. Obviously I was on the bench, that's why, and then I picked up a little bit, and then I obviously come back out of the team for a couple of weeks and got myself back in there with a goal. I obviously sent off, which didn't help, but I think the more games you get together and obviously like stay in the team for more games, you feel better in yourself. And it's been a couple of weeks in the team now, and obviously I've try and improve each game, but some games you're going to have blips in your performances, and obviously I'm just trying to work hard to stay in the team and keep us going in the league, really.
Just a quick word about Lee Mansell, because he spoke very highly of you earlier in the season when you're playing in the centre of the park together. I mean, is he someone good to play alongside?
Yeah, Mance is probably the best person I've had to play alongside, because he talks to me. He's played the game a lot. Obviously, me and Locks played well last year at times, but he's obviously a lot more experienced and he knows the game better, and he talks me through it and pulls me aside and tells me what to do, and he's like a good role model, to be fair, and obviously is someone you got to take note of and listen to and learn from him, and it obviously helps my game as well.